What's going on YouTube? So today I'm going to cover everything about monetization on YouTube, because if you're making videos, of course you want to get paid for all the views that you're generating on your videos. Why would you give that away for free? Especially if YouTube's making money, you should make some money, right? So of course a lot of people, try to aim to have a career in making videos, and that is entirely possible, especially if you're, creating quality content. It could actually happen. It could actually happen very quickly. And I actually was making money on my channel even before I had thousands of subscribers. Okay, so you have a very slim criteria on what is required for monetizing. So I'm going to be showing you 3 of my channels today. I'm going to be showing you my main one, which has 171,000 subs as of this video. I'm not going to show the revenue on this one. That just becomes a big drama topic, but I will show you how much I'm making on my second channel, and I'm going to talk about the different types of monetization options you have, and I'm going to give you some feedback and advice on how to get monetized as well. So if you're not yet monetized, you should definitely watch this video, because I'm going to give you some tips on how to get monetized quickly. So how YouTube works with monetization, typically what's going to happen is if you're not monetized yet, I'm going to switch accounts real quick. So over here, this is my current channel that you're watching now. I am not currently monetized on this. So this is showing you the full dashboard here. And if you scroll down to the left, it says monetization. You click that. What you're going to see here is, you do require at least 1,000 subscribers. You can see I'm well past that now. That's mainly because I had an established user base, right? So I have a main channel. So of course, it's very easy for me to start up a new channel and meet this part of the criteria. The hard part is trying to get the watch hours. And if you don't have a lot of video content, unfortunately, it's going to be very, very difficult. Now, I did actually get monetized way faster on my other channel that I update more often. But you can see here, I don't have that many videos on this channel. I only have 5 videos currently on this channel. So of course, it's going to be really hard for us to get the watch time if the average view time is only like 5 minutes or so. And unless I have like tens of thousands of subscribers, then I'm not going to get monetized on this anytime soon. So again, the requirement to get monetized is very straightforward. It's 1,000 subscribers. And of course, you need at least 4,000 watch time hours. Now, once you actually do meet this criteria, it does take a little bit of time, okay? So it takes about like 2-3 days, depending on the day it falls on. So if you meet the criteria on like a Friday, chances are you're not gonna get monetized until Monday, Tuesday. Now, if you aren't the type to be able to create a lot of content, so if you can't really create a bunch of videos constantly, then the best alternative way here is to do live streams, because using live streams, you can actually get a lot of watch time, that way. Because what's happening is if you have a really long stream, so say you have a 2-hour live stream and you get like 100 or so coming through there, that's a lot of hours, right? So you can rack up the hours very quickly and hundreds of hours of watch time every stream. So that means you're probably going to be able to meet this criteria very quickly. I would say within a week. As long as you have this, it'll probably take you only about a week, to get your watch time and get monetized. So, for me though, I don't really do live streams on these other channels. I do on my main channel, but not on my other channels. Now I'm going to go back to my main channel here. So I'm going to go down on the bottom left. You can see monetization. I'm going to show you the different monetization features real quick. So if you come over here, so you can see I have an overview of all the different types of monetization options that I have. So I've got video advertising, obviously, so advertisers can run, ads on my channel. We've got the merchandising, so this is real world merchandise. So merchandise actually hooks into Teespring. I don't have this technically set up completely yet. So the cool thing though is if you do this, then it'll enable a little module with your shirts and stuff on the actual video page itself. So I'm actually going to be doing that pretty soon. I'll let you know how that goes in an update video, just to see how much I can actually make off of merchandising, because merchandise is like a tricky thing. If people are really a big fan and proud of your brand, so if your brand has kind of like I don't want to call it a cult following, but let's say a very, very loyal following, and you have a lot of fans, chances are they're going to buy the merchandise because they want to show it off and they want to show that they're a fan of you. Now, if your content is really the king and you're just more of like a diary or a lifestyle site, you might not have as many merchandise sales. It really depends. Memberships is actually really huge for me. So membership brings in a little bit of money for me. At one point, it was doing really, really well. So memberships basically allow people to pay a monthly fee and they can unlock a bunch of different perks. I'm not really going to cover memberships or details on merch or memberships or supers today, but I will do that in a future video. So, just to give you an idea of what you're able to make money off of beyond ads, because really what this video is about is ads, because you want to monetize off ads. That's where you're going to make the most money, at least long term. Early on, you might actually make more money off memberships, believe it or not. And then same with supers. Supers will actually be probably the #1 money generator for you at first, because, supers, if you do a live stream, essentially what can happen is if you have like even 100 subs, then chances are you can actually get, $100 here and there very quickly, especially if they're really big fans of you and supporters. They might actually drop quite a bit of money during a live stream for you. I mean, I remember when I had like 1,000 subs, I was getting like $100 plus during a live stream. So, supers are a really, really great way to get some money early on. Then there's a new thing called giving. So basically what you can do is it puts that like a little donate or give button on your channel, and 100% of the money you raise through that goes to a nonprofit you select. So we're going to switch over here to my other channel, and this this is my newest channel that I created, and you can see it's growing very fast. I mean, I've got 4,000 subs in the last 28 days. I've got 8,700 subscribers, a lot more than I actually anticipated. I didn't expect to grow this fast, but it's doing really, really well, and I'm really excited to see it. But I'm going to walk you through a little bit of it. So, and it's making a little bit of money, so it at least gives you an idea of how much you can make as a YouTuber, especially in this kind of tier of subscribers. So you can see I've got 8,700 subscribers. Now, one thing to note, this is a very fast growing channel. It's going to vary depending on the channel. So my CPMs that I'm going to show you in a little bit may be a lot less depending on the content you're creating. It really depends on how well your content is, how long your content is. Everything, it's not going to be the same. So if you're looking and saying, well, DV, are you saying that I'm going to make $420 if I have 283,000 views? I would say absolutely not. This is dependent on a lot of variables. There's a lot of variables that go into this, including country, CPM, time of year, length of videos, category of videos, target audience behavior. There's so much information that goes in. I don't even care about this. Honestly, the best thing to do, I'm just showing you this for information, but the best thing to do is ignore this number. Be happy with whatever you receive. I don't nitpick. I don't try to calculate. I don't try to estimate how much money I can make over the next, 5 days, 10 days, months, year. I don't even care about that. It's all just icing. And the great thing about YouTube is, at least how I do it, in a week or month from now, I'm like, dude, I made that much money, sweet. And then I figure out how much I can give back to the community through doing like giveaways and such, just to give back to the community for the money that I've received. So let's go over here, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what you can see. So on the content side, when you go to content, you'll see pretty much, monetization's on. So you can, enable monetization once you actually are monetized. Now, monetization data does not come through for several days. So it's going to take a couple days for that to actually, calculate. So if you just post a new video like this one, I just posted this one a little while ago. It doesn't have actually any revenue calculated yet, but typically it takes about a day for it to actually start calculating. So you can see this one's actually showing a little bit of data, but it's not complete. So this is, previous day is still processing. So this is only a little bit of the revenue that this video has gotten, and it's $4. It's pretty good, right? And then down here, you can see this one's made $20, and this one's performing better. So of course it's doing pretty good. And then, so you can click on that and it gives you a little bit more information about the estimated revenue, how viewers found the video. Going back a little further, you can see it starts going up the more and more, right? And you see it hasn't processed a couple days of data, and that's very common. And then you can click on monetization on a video, and then it shows all these different types of options you can do for your ads. So you have the different types of ads. So you have display ads, overlay ads, sponsored ads. I just leave all these things by default. I didn't even touch them. I didn't even touch any of these. These are just whatever YouTube recommends. I just leave it on. You can also manage mid-rolls, which is kind of actually useful. So if you have a long enough video, you can actually place ads and key moments like cliffhangers, and that's actually a really great way for you to be able to make money too. I don't, I use place automatically, but you can see right here, this is where it's placed automatically, right? So it's about 7 minutes in automatically. So it's right in between. So what could happen is if I'm like about to spend some money on something really amazing, you really want to know what it is, I can slide this around to wherever that is and say like, oh, he's about to spend that, and there's an ad, and that's going to make me more money, right? I'm not money focused, so I don't even care. I'm just like, leave it as is. If YouTube sets an ad there, great, cool. I just leave it. But if you really want to squeeze the most out of your channel, you can kind of, fine tune that. And then under monetization, I'm going to show you a little bit of this. So for some reason, memberships got unlocked on this channel faster than my main channel. I don't know why, but it did. I'm going to show you that now so you know what the process is. So if you can click on see more, and it shows right here, see this right here, it says significant promotion and perks will be necessary. So are memberships right for your channel? So they actually give you a little bit of information on whether or not it's a good time to enable memberships. And the reason why I haven't done it on this channel yet is one is, my main channel already has memberships, but this one, you can see only 18% of my views come from subscribers. And so they have a good point. I want to see this at about 25 to 30%. So I'm just waiting right now before I get into that. So let's go back to analytics. I'm going to show you a little bit more about this revenue, right? So you can see I've got a bunch of views on this channel. It's going really, really well. You can see the giant, curve here. And typically when you see something like this, it means one of my videos blew up, right? So this is where you see these little bumps, is one of my videos actually took off and did really, really well. You can see I've got a lot more subscribers here. It's starting to, I'm getting about 300 per day, sometimes up to 500. So it's doing really well. But here's the cool thing. It kind of mirrors, look at the revenue. It mirrors the subscribers and it mirrors the views. Now, if you saw someone actually botting their subs or something like that, then you would see this be way, way higher than this, right? So this would actually be a spike, and you wouldn't see any revenue or views to match that. Your views would be lower than your sub spike. So you can see it's the curves all match up. Even the watch time, everything matches, and that's a good sign, right? But you can see here, I actually did a couple shout outs. That's why you see these spikes. So I actually shouted my own channel out, and the revenue is pretty low. So people were all subscribing for me, but I shouted at my own channel out, which is cool. So it was about 500 or so that joined after my shout out, and I basically linked that from my main channel. So you can see doing shout outs to your own channel doesn't really help a whole lot. lot other than increase your sub counts. But the hope is that, you know, eventually these new subs would actually start watching my content. And I think a lot of them did. So you can see here on the estimated revenue though, it shows, you know, like how much you make per day. And then you can see this starts bumping up, right? It's making decent money now. It's doing pretty good. And then it does drop down depending on your views. And I'm going to show you a little bit about the CPMs because I think that's going to be helpful for you. So let's go over to revenue here, and it's going to give you a little bit more information about the revenue. So your estimated revenue for the month is 421 bucks. You can see it's RPM basically means revenue per mile. I actually think this is a good way to measure your channels, almost like a CPM. You want this to be higher. It basically gives you like an effective like value of your views. I would like to see this, you know, above $2, ideally above $2 to really tell me that I'm doing really good. And then you can see here, this is actually incredibly important. So you see playback's base CPM. You want to see this go up. So you can see when I first started out it was only $2, and you want to see this go up, you know, to above $4. You can see I'm starting to stay above $4 now, which is good. Basically, what happens is this is going to keep going up. The higher quality your content is, the more people stay, the more people are engaged, the longer they watch, and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, again, CPM is going to vary depending on the country and the quality of your videos and the length of videos. And you'll notice some videos will just perform better on money than others. It could be the same exact length, same exact, you know, number of views, but sometimes you're just going to see that the amount of money it makes is less or more depending on the keywords, depending on the audience. You know, if you're hitting a lot more higher quality audience that, you know, advertisers are looking for based on personality or, you know, types, then you might actually make a lot more money, especially if you're hitting countries, you know, if you're reaching countries that actually have higher CPMs. So again, giving you some tips on how to get monetized quickly. It's really going to come down to making sure you meet those goals. Again, the monetization goals I showed you earlier, that you need at least 4,000 hours. And to get that, you know, live streams help a ton. Alternatively, from live streams, just post lots of content and content regularly. So that's what I did on this channel, is I just started posting daily content. And that's going to help you a ton. So you can see I actually started making money as soon as I started doing daily videos. So I didn't really have, see how I was only making $1 at first per day. And then as soon as I did daily videos, you can see it starts going up, right? So as soon as I started doing daily videos, it started blowing up. And chances are, if you're doing daily videos like this, there's a good chance that you're going to actually also go viral and you're going to have a lot more views. So you can see I got a little bump from just that last video that I just posted. So I hope this video helps you in trying to figure out how to get monetized and how to make money off of your channel. If the video was helpful to you, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like more videos like this one, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.